Billy Ocean once sang, "When the going gets tough, the tough get going." We are playing England's hardest golf course this week. It's ranked 20 on our list and 58 in the whole world.
Nice.
So I think this is easily ranked the hardest, or sorry, the highest ranked course that we've played.
Is it?
I think at 20.
Okay.
I don't think we've played anything in the top 20 up till now
Just in the top 20
of our
hardest.
list. No,
Oh,
just
you mean as
of
in the
our
top list?
top
Yeah,
100
sorry,
list.
yeah.
So,
The best.
and it has a pretty fearsome reputation, which is excellent. So,
Yeah.
And I'm not playing this one.
Yeah.
The tough get going.
It's been a while since
the tough got gone.
it's been a while since we opened with the shit quote, hasn't it, Nish?
I know
You've
I've
not done one
stopped
for a few
doing it.
weeks.
Yeah,
Where did that come
Bring
from?
them back.
Sprung that one on us.
I managed to set everything up early, and I thought, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna resurrect
You're gonna
my
go for your
terrible quotes.
again.
Quotes. Poor Billy Ocean. Is he alive still? Is he?
He is.
I was gonna say God rest his soul, but I mean God rest his soul anyway. Whatever, it's fine.
Legend.
Look after him.
Legend.
But great song.
Number of good songs.
Yeah. So, like I say, it does have a fearsome reputation. This golf course. So, for context, there's a bit of jargon and lingo in this episode, I think, which we'll try and clear up as much as we can. So this course has a slope rating of off the yellow tees, which is what we're going to play, of 149. Now that is out of a maximum you can get is 155. So slope ratings, Jim,
Yeah.
because you're looking very bemused,
I am.
is a relatively new thing with this new handicap system. So this is going to rear its head a lot as we're doing this challenge, but the handicap system is something that's been very divisive amongst people. So I've mentioned it before where my handicap is a number, it's 16.6 currently, and it's adjusted according to the perceived difficulty of that course.
Right.
The difficulty is that slope rating. So if it's a 155, for instance, that means it's the hardest course ever. I get extra shots above my handicap.
So have you got any examples of like what's a 155? Is that like
I don't know
Beth
of
Page,
anyone.
Beth Page Black?
I'd
maybe?
imagine so, something like that. Because they've even got signs up saying
Like
if
danger.
you're a shit golfer, just turn around.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't play this course. So that's got to be up there with 155. I mean, it's 151 off the white tees.
I did notice there was like a maximum handicap limit. Was it like 22 or 24 or something for men?
Like
Woodhall Spa?
And so you have anything above that you can't play.
Yeah. So that's I guess that's kind of the same thing.
I think they said that were all St David's as well, didn't they, or something?
No, I don't think so. I think
Is that not on?
I think it was on the website.
Was it? Oh, right, okay.
But would that be on your normal handicap or your adjusted handicap?
Your normal handicap, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, right. That sort of makes sense, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically it's fucking hard. It's what I'm saying. So yeah, this slope rating thing is like, and I think that, again, that's easily the hardest course we played. So my handicap's only ever been adjusted up to 23. That was SNA, and that was up from 19. So this is now, yeah, a serious jump up.
Yeah. So what are you going from this time? 16 to
16.6 up to 20. Where have I got it written down? 22.
22.
Yeah.
So full 6 shots.
6 shots harder. And what would it have been? It went from 19 up to 23, so that was 4 shots. So in theory, it's 50% harder than SNA.
What yardage is it off the yellows?
Great question. I don't know.
Come on, Nish. I thought you said you'd done some research.
6,800. Imagine if I got that right. 6,842. I'm going to say. I'm guessing. It's an even number.
Is it? You sure?
Oh, 50% chance here. I'm going for it. But that's a slope rating, Jim, and that's how it works. So
why is it called the slope rating?
Do you know what? I don't know why it's got the terminology is slope rating. That again doesn't.
Because to me it just sounded like it's.
Yeah, I thought initially I was like it's a greens thing, like it's the pace of the green and whatever. But no, it's slope rating. So I don't really know. I could be getting this really wrong. And somebody's gonna
just don't
actually nobody's gonna write in, are they? Because nobody's listening. But somebody could write in and go, "You've just got this wholly wrong. What are you doing? What are you saying?" But I don't know if there are any instances where the slope rating is less like lower. It's a much easier course. Therefore, your handicap. I don't know of any instances of that.
Probably the only place that springs to mind is where you got a hole in one. It's where it was just like kids golf, basically.
Oh wow, we're going there. We're going there.
It's the only place I can
Well,
think of, Nish.
if
That's
we-
the,
if
it's
we-
the only
if-
one that springs to
If
mind.
we're gonna fire shots, let's fire this other one. So, because this gives me a chance to plug our Instagram feed. So our Instagram feed, we just was it yesterday, day before yesterday, posted a video and it was about the par three. I think it was the ninth
The ninth at Abu Dhabi.
at Abu Dhabi where you hit your tee shot. It was a 6-iron that you hit,
Yeah,
absolutely creamed it.
yeah.
Then Jim stepped up and basically repeated that same shot.
I bet it 7-9 as well.
What-
didn't you,
what-
Jim?
what did he hit,
7-9.
Last night when we were stood outside there, he went, I watched that clip and you're never going to believe what club I played. I was like, tell me it was 7, tell me it was 7, tell me it was 7 iron.
You bastard.
So we'll call that 1-all, shall we? You have to bring that up. You have to bring that up. Point of order. You can't not let it go. So
Yeah, but you've got new clubs, Jim. Mine are like 20 years old, so that's at least like 2 clubs worth of yardage.
Stop. Shots fired back. I'm staying out of this. I've done my bit.
Yeah, you kicked it off.
It's the only one thing I'm ever going to have over Chris when it comes to golf. So there we go.
You can have that one, Jim. I'll give you that
Thank
one.
you.
It was a great shot.
So do we have any general observations about this golf course that you guys have picked up anywhere aside from the fact that it's bloody hard? And...
So I just had a quick look. It's 6,522 yards. It's not that long.
Okay.
It's long enough off the yellows, but
There
it's
is
not
one
like
fact in there, isn't there? So the length isn't there, but it's got
bunkers.
142 bunkers over 18 holes.
142. so
About 8 a hole on average.
Or there's just like no bunkers for 17 holes and 142 on like on the 18th.
I wish that was the case,
There's
Chris.
quite a few on there.
I would take that. I've seen the flyover videos.
Yeah.
If we don't hit it straight, which is very likely,
Yeah.
we're in trouble. We're in real trouble. And actually, a lot of
Bunker
bunkers,
trouble or like
bunker
trouble. I
Like-
don't mind a bit of bunker trouble.
It's
on the-
weird
on
though,
the
'cause- right?
fairways.
So again, this terminology stuff here now. So it was described on the video as a classic Heathland course.
Okay.
Right. So there are going to be people listening to this who've got no idea what any of that means. So obviously we've been talking about
It's
links quite a lot.
Wuthering Heights, isn't it? Basically.
We've obviously been talking about links, and that's usually coastal. Well, it is always coastal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's characterized by sort of dunes, it's windswept, rippling fairways, things like that. What other types of courses have you got? I know you got Parkland, you got Heathland.
Yeah.
What else have you got?
Beyond that, so you got Links, Parkland, Heathland.
Moorland? Is that
Don't
not a phrase? Is that am I
I mean,
making that
I
up?
guess, yeah, I think you've probably met. There's not that many Moorland. There
What-
probably are. Actually, maybe there is a Moorland
Your
course. I don't
average
know.
course that everybody generally around the country is playing on, would that be
That's a
called
Parkland.
course?
Yeah, that's a
right?
Parkland course. Yeah.
Okay, so that's like
That's
tree
like
line fairways.
Probably, I'm going to pluck a number out here. 80% of the golf courses in the UK are probably Parkland golf courses.
90% of stats are made up on the spot.
Exactly,
So 80% of courses are Parkland courses. Right, fine. Heathland, then, what's that?
So Heathland's a bit. It feels a little bit more linksy. So you kind of you've got that firm sandy turf. Just haven't got the sea. You'll often have kind of gorse and those kind of bits around. So it feels a little bit more linksy. It's probably somewhere in between the two.
in between two.
It's a bit like a links without the sea. That would be my best description of it. So
Probably don't have the wind to contest with, obviously, because it's not coastal. So that's a big thing. And then
so Moortown was
Moortown
Heathland.
was Heathland.
That
right,
was Heathland.
okay.
Yeah.
Great. I like that. I enjoyed
Yeah.
Moortown as a challenge.
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's good.
I think so. Places like Sunningdale and those kind of places, they're like the key on that sand belt. They're the main Heathland courses around there. And I think they tend to be incredibly good-looking golf courses. I think. So I think some of the ones that I'm most excited about playing are some of the Heathland ones,
Yeah.
like Sunningdale Old and all of those kind of places.
Yeah, and you've
Um,
heard of those ones, haven't you?
yeah.
There's a bit of.
Yeah. The
I mean,
pedigree.
well, this is the 58th ranked in the world.
I'm surprised that it's up there because I don't think people talk about it in particularly high regards.
I never heard of it.
I think people say it's hard. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
I've heard of it, but I think people say it's hard. I don't think people talk about it in majorly glowing terms. But I mean, maybe that's old information because I think you were saying that it's been redesigned.
Yeah, I
Fairly
won't say the
recently.
name because I obviously don't want to cross promote anything here. But I was listening to another podcast. There are other podcasts out there, shock horror.
No way.
But I was listening to another podcast, and there's a couple of things that they did actually say about. So you're right, it's the National Golf Centre.
Yeah.
So our nation, national whatever, must be in English. It's our National Golf Centre.
And we
It's the home of
chose
golf.
Lincoln.
Basically, it's
How
Lincoln.
did that happen?
It's the
I mean,
home
I
of
guess
golf.
it's kind of central to no one.
Really?
It is. It's one of those places, though, isn't it, that it's just really difficult for everyone to get to, really. It certainly is from this side of the country, anyway. So it feels like it's kind of out on a limb a little bit, doesn't it, out there?
Difficult to get to.
Difficult, yeah. Like everyone's going to struggle the same amount to get to this golf course.
Yeah, let's just make it fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the people who are near us are going to struggle to
So
get in.
you're going to struggle to get here. You're going to struggle to play it. You're going to have a really great day out. It's going to be a long drive. It's going to be a long round of golf.
And then a long drive back.
Yeah.
Now, so actually, with it being, I should mention this actually, the kind of the booking process, because it was kind of so with it being the National Golf Centre, we're members of a golf club, so we have EGU, which is English Golf Union. We have EGU membership, so we are able to play. Any visitor can ring up and play. That's fine. We get a discounted green fee. So I think it's at this time of year, it's £140, I think, 145, I think it is, for just a visitor to play. It's £10 off if you're an iGolf member. So a lot of people are doing that to get their handicap,
Yeah.
and they're not affiliated to a club. And then if you actually are affiliated to a club, you're a full EGU member, it's £125. So it was pretty simple. It's really straightforward. I emailed him, a chap called Brian, just like within 5 minutes, he was straight on it. Big email, great, we'd love to welcome you.
Yeah.
These are the dates available. I was almost like, wasn't expecting this so quick. Let me just email my playing partner and I'll get back to you shortly, kind of thing.
But it's great that they've got that accessibility factor, though, isn't it? And I think just from reading bits around kind of like, dress code and stuff in the clubhouse, it feels like it's very much going for a kind of informal, kind of relaxed kind of vibe, and kind of, I guess the home of English golf. It's kind of
a modern,
being a bit less traditional, which is
Inclusive,
it's
I
quite
suppose.
nice, isn't it?
inclusive.
Yeah.
Good word, Jim.
Anyone can
But
play.
I think the EGU are quite big on inclusivity. Inclusivity.
Inclusivity.
That one.
I'll
How
edit
much?
that
How
out.
much Guinness? How much Guinness Zero have I drunk
Mate,
tonight?
you and your Guinness Zeros just just goes to his head, doesn't it? Too much hops. Oh God.
But basically,
Yeah.
they want to be inclusive. So I think they do. What's the little? Have you seen the little promotion that's going around at the minute? But I can't think what the tagline is. But it's basically saying, "Come and play golf wherever, however, wearing whatever," kind of thing. It's a bit more.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
It's
that.
the backing the Shakira song.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Whenever.
Oh,
Wherever.
yeah.
That's definitely the promo video.
That's a poor
soundtrack.
reference, Jim. Oh God.
You just wish you'd thought of it.
I'll remind you that next time we're at a warehouse project, and I'll just he likes Shakira.
It's not like that. Just do the song.
So the song. He's a believer. Something like that. Yeah, I mean, there's a few people obviously we've spoken to, and dress codes and things have come up, and it's nice actually that the National Golf Centre should have that progressive attitude. Shouldn't
Yeah,
it?
definitely.
I'm quite looking forward to going actually, and I think you told us something that Coach. told
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So my coach was saying, what's
What's his actual name?
Don't put me on the spot. I can't say his surname. It's
You
called
don't
Dan.
say his last name, just Dan.
Dan.
Coach Dan.
Coach
Yeah,
Dan.
Coach
Coach
Dan.
Dan.
Yeah, Coach Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. Don't know his last name.
yeah. Well, I do know it, but I just can't
Oh, right.
pronounce it.
We'll edit that bit out as well.
It's going to be heavy editing tonight, Nish. I've completely forgotten what I was trying to say then. What was I going to say?
Your coach was telling you something about the.
Yeah, so he's basically saying the short game area is incredible. So
Right.
they redid it 4 or 5 years ago or something, and he said it's like top notch, like probably one of the best in the country. So
Nice.
make sure you go and kind of use that pre-round.
Yeah, I mean, we were having a chat today, weren't we, about what time to set off and what have you, and so it's a long.
Yeah,
long
he also
schlep
said-
from here, isn't it?
He also said it's incredibly difficult to get to. He's like, "You staying over?" I was like, "No." He's like,
Oh, that's always
"Good luck."
That's a great endorsement, isn't it? You stayed over? No. Oh. There and back in a sec. Oh, right, yeah, okay. Yeah, it feels like some of the courses in Scotland are easier to get to and back than.
It does a little bit, doesn't it?
We
Yeah.
kind of got to worm our way across the country, haven't we? Quite a
Yeah.
lot. So Lovely. Oh well,
M62A1.
it's a Friday. What else are we doing? The weather this week is supposed to be blinding.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 20 degrees, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whoop whoop.
And what? So kind of wear shorts then? That's
Big
Ooh,
question. Big question, Nish.
probably a bit pasty at the minute, to be honest. I need to get a bit of a base tan
Oh,
first.
shut up. You got a week.
That's true.
It's going to be
A week,
baking
of,
all week.
a week of full sun. Yeah, absolutely. I'll go the opposite. I'll do all bright red, like burn myself.
Don't do that.
But I
Not
think
big, not clever.
one of the things that did come up in other podcast was,
Should we just like play their podcast rather than do our own? Just
well, I don't infringe any copyright, so
Okay,
maybe
fine.
I'll AI it so it's in our voices.
perfect. Let's do that.
That's what we'll do. To be honest, the podcast in general, that's one of the reasons why I'm not naming it. It was quite boring, but it was
Okay.
one of these things where I was like, I want to research the cause
Yeah,
because
yeah.
A, that's what we need to do anyway, and we need to give
Yep.
people a flavour for it. And I was like, but this is the easiest way for me to learn a
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
about it.
And to be fair, this one has been a bit last minute. So this is probably the least prepared I think we've been for
Correct,
any of
yeah.
our courses because this
It was
wasn't.
quite a last minute
We
booking.
weren't supposed to be playing this course. We were supposed to be playing another course.
another course, yeah, which shall
yeah,
remain nameless for now.
I think so for now. Yeah.
But it was like, I've got to learn about it. And actually, the content was interesting. It's just I find said podcast quite boring to listen to, but it's well known and they do cover quite a lot of the courses and
Yeah.
subject
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
So the things I found out were when you were saying about sand and things like that. So it's obviously it's very underneath. It's all sand. And
What
some
type of sand?
places the sand, sandy sand, I think they said.
It's that magic sand that
Baywatch
the kids have
sand,
got, like that
sinking
magnetic
sand.
sand, whatever it's called.
Quicksand.
Kinetic sand.
Kinetic sand.
Oh,
That's
that
the
stuff
one.
is horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
They said in some places the sand is the sandy base is like 20 feet deep. So some of the bunkers are
20 feet
incredibly deep.
We're just
Right.
filled with sand, like 20 foot of sand. Just keep
going.
digging.
Yeah, that's it. Try and find ball in that. So with 142 bunkers, a lot of them very deep, I think the technique is going to get tested out, and I think we'll be doing well to stay out of them.
Sounds. It
entirety
feels
of
like a bit of a
18 holes.
side bet, that doesn't it? Fewest bunkers in the day.
I think that's a pretty
Just
good idea,
thinking,
actually.
yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's 5 minutes of the podcast gone then. That's a side bet done.
Yeah.
Is that it? Are we going with that?
Yeah.
Fewest bunkers hit.
Yeah.
in the
When he
round.
said 142 bunkers, I was like, ooh, right. Okay.
So we need bunker count.
Is
then,
that the
don't
most
we?
bunkers we're going to play on any course? It feels like it.
Uh,
feels
The
like
way
quite a lot,
that
doesn't it?
everyone's saying about these courses, and I
Yeah.
watched a few videos of people playing the course and things like that. All the video thumbnails that you get on YouTube, they're all like England's hardest course. This course is impossible. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So I think the bunkers clearly seem to be a massive part of this. I remember thinking that looking at the flyovers from SNA that had a lot of bunkers, but I don't think we really ended up in many.
I'm not sure I ended
Just
up
hit
in
it
any,
straight,
to be honest.
yeah. If we just hit it
Or
straight,
just hit it really,
Straight into
really
the
wild
bunker.
into the big long rough,
yes,
and then
avoid the bunkers full stop.
avoiding the
Yeah.
bunkers for sure.
So I think, I mean that obviously is like a big thing about it with this sort of sandy base and a load of bunkers. But the main thing that came out of this podcast was that a chap called Tom Doak, who I must admit I don't know about and haven't really heard of, but when I've been reading a few things off the back of hearing this podcast,
Yeah.
he seems to be quite a popular course designer.
Yeah.
His name has come up a few times.
Yeah.
So he was, because this is the National Golf Centre, it's owned by the EGU,
Yep.
English Golf Union, and as such, although it has members, it's unusual in that the members don't own the club,
Yes, it's privately owned. Yeah.
privately owned.
Yeah.
So basically, the owner, EGU, can decide without any votes or anything like that what they want to do.
Yeah.
So about 8-9 years ago, they decided to they put it out to tender, but Tom Doak won the bid
Okay. Yeah.
to redesign the course basically. So in this podcast, the director from the course was there,
Yeah.
and he sort of talked a little bit about it. So he said he liked it because he said, Tom, on first name terms now, why not?
Absolutely.
Big T. He doesn't just have like an identikit way of doing courses, because a lot of courses are like, oh, that's a
That's a
classic
Mackenzie
Mackenzie
course.
course,
Yeah.
that's a classic Nicholas course, that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Palmer, that kind of thing. He's not like that. He works with what's in front of him,
Yeah.
sort of thing. So he said he did it really sympathetically, but then also
Sympathetic to who?
to the original.
Or to the original?
Yeah, apparently
Not to the
it'd
players.
gone. What I think the guy was saying that what basically happened was, as would happen anyway, he was saying a lot of the trees had cut over the years had just come up just through natural spreading and whatever. So the characteristics of the hole had changed completely on
Because
some of them.
that new trees had grown.
New trees had grown, whatever.
Yeah.
So it was like, actually, we need to strip it back and take it back to what it was before.
So like take those trees out effectively.
I think they
or-
took a lot
yeah,
out, yeah,
Yeah.
and redefined a lot of the lines to the fairways and risk
Right.
reward and all that kind of thing.
Okay.
So it's unprecedented for somebody to do all 18
In
on
one
an
go.
existing one call, one go, because the members won't normally pass that through. It's a whole
Yeah,
lot of time.
yeah. I mean, it
takes.
must be like a few years worth of work that I would have thought.
I think so. Apparently, they
redoing a
said.
full
What did they
18.
say now? They took the work on themselves. So he did the design and they did the work themselves.
Right. Okay.
And he was like, we regretted that because it's a lot of work, so we should have got an outside contractor to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like then his main highlights then of the course were, I think, the most dramatic do of the course was on hole 7 and hole 14. So we should watch out for that
Okay.
and see what happens or what we think. I mean, we've got no reference point,
Yeah, we don't know what
But-
it was like before.
but if we just go on there and go, oh, that was all right, then it's been okay. But
Yeah.
yeah, so they were my highlights from said podcast.
Fair enough.
That
It's
list-
funny, isn't it? Just
totally
thinking
was
about
boring.
like golf course designers, like Tom Doak. I know his name, but you can pretty much count the number of golf course designers on like one hand.
I gather so.
There
yeah.
must be only about 10 of them there. It must be
Yeah,
the most
yeah.
difficult job in the world to get.
Very specialised job.
Yeah, and how like I don't know.
How do you get into that?
I don't know. Maybe we should look
My
into
uncle
it.
he's a civil engineer.
So civil engineering would get you into.
Potentially. Depends what route you decide to go down afterwards. And he doesn't specialise in it.
Yeah.
Railways, but
Was it one of these things where like you get one and then people go, "Oh, that was a nice course. I think we'll get him in for, or her."
well, he's
Or
probably
they.
not I mean, you need the civil engineers for the structural aspect of it.
Yeah.
Depending if you're building it from scratch
Yeah.
and looking at the terrain, because someone else will design it.
Yeah, because I
So
suspect
it's a
I suspect
designer
you're right.
And actually somebody who's actually manufacturing the course.
I suspect from pretty much all these courses, there's probably a million other people that do most of it. They just get the name in to say, "Oh,
Yeah.
Mackenzie
Yeah,
designed
yeah.
it," and he's
Yeah,
just gone, "Oh, like 2 seconds work. You've drawn a green, gone. That's it, right? It's Mackenzie design, done. There you go."
Just like,
Yeah,
It's little, yeah.
yeah.
Shift the green 2 yards left.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
What a genius.
It's a little bit like when you're in work and you kind of go into your boss's office with a piece of work and he just puts a few little marks on it and he goes away and goes, "Can you just do that?" And you're like, "That's like 6 weeks' work."
It's literally, yeah. It's brilliant. Thanks for that. Yeah.
thanks for that.
Yeah.
I was just I can start again.
Yeah. See me.
See me. Yeah. Big red mark.
Yeah,
No,
can't do that anymore.
that's it. This is terrible. Yeah, so I think in terms of like kind of, it's not really a history kind of place, is it?
It's quite an old golf club though, isn't it?
Is
I
it?
think.
When
I think
did
it's like an
1890.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's
So
a
it's-
9-hole golf course, and then they sold the land, or there was something anyway. Somebody gave them some other land that they could purchase further down the road, and that's when they built the 18-hole golf course, which opened in 1905.
Very knowledgeable about Woodhall Spa Gym. What's happened? Have you been
Google.
before?
You sacked off the AI for this week then, Jim.
Yeah.
You gone old school.
Well, I was just trying to look at the number of the golf courses with the largest number of bunkers in the UK,
Okay.
and it goes straight to St Andrews is one of them,
Okay,
and it's
yeah,
got
yeah.
112, and Royal Troon's hole 8 is really difficult, and it's got one of the deepest bunkers. I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't ask that
No,
question.
that's not.
Yeah, that's yeah.
You didn't answer my fucking question.
Like, it's a very straightforward question.
Yeah.
Like, give me an answer. Like,
Mm.
why are you telling me all this other stuff?
And yeah, then obviously you look at US, they've got somebody who's got 200 bunkers. or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
so
but
it's
yeah,
ridiculous.
it's like-
It's very much up there in terms of number of bunkers
Number of
in the
bunkers.
world.
Great.
Out of the prestigious courses anyway.
Great.
Great.
But we've got a bone dry. Well, we've had a bone dry couple of weeks already. It's going to be baking hot this next few days. And
Yeah.
we're playing on the Friday. And it's dry anyway. So,
So basically, all the balls are just going to run into the bunkers.
yeah. There's a lot of, I think there's a lot of, like, I'll just lay up short and then that's not going to happen.
Dong,
Yeah.
Or it gives you the chance to maybe say, I won't take the big stick out. I'll play an iron and it can.
Or you just get the big stick out and go over the bunkers.
I mean, that was working in Abu Dhabi, wasn't it?
I think
Just
there's a lot to be said for that.
Just
Depends
go
how
over.
strategically placed the bunkers are, but often you can just
I mean, looking at the flyovers,
rip it and go over.
it's an S&A type thing where it's like fairway, fine,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
just left,
Bunker,
right,
bunker,
left,
bunker,
right,
bunker.
left,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So if you spray it, you've had it.
Bunker for everyone.
A bunker for everyone. Yeah.
I was going to say what you.
It's very inclusive, that, isn't it?
You know, when
Absolutely,
we're
yeah.
doing the review of the 16th at Abu Dhabi, which obviously was your favourite hole to date, and you said, I took an iron out on that one, and I should have gone for my
Should have
driver.
gone for the driver, yeah.
Yeah, because
Those winter
I'm
tee.
just.
It was 250 yards winter tee. Like, I should have done that. That was just stupid to.
So yeah, I think what you need to do is just get the big stick out.
I mean, to be fair, I did drive the ball pretty well those two courses. So
Because you had those bunkers
think-
that kept
yeah,
cheating off the back.
kick off the back of the bunker.
Yes, that was
That was
A
hilarious. That.
little mate stood behind the bunkers just picking your ball up and throwing it down the
Every
fairway 50
fucking
yards.
molds or
time.
something, were they?
I don't think he even meant it as a joke. I think it was just genuinely. He was just like, "Oh mate, you must have got a kick off the back of that bunker." Like it was a full on like, "All right, yeah." I'll say it again, and I said it when I did the Abu Dhabi. He was like, "I'm playing from down here, mate. So you, whatever, like I'm there. So maybe you should have got the back of the bunker as well." If only could aim for stuff like that, that'd be great, wouldn't it? But yeah, so yeah, tough old court. So you said practice facilities are supposed to be tremendous.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, obviously
short
it's-
game area.
yeah,
and all that
exactly.
kind of
English
stuff.
National
it's-
Golf Home, isn't
Do
it?
you think we're going to get the hallowed pyramid of?
Don't know, could
Do we
be.
get range balls included? Do you
No,
think?
I don't think
think-
so. I think it's just a normal driving range.
Do you think
I
because it's
don't
an
think-
EGU thing, it's going to be like they'll want money for all that sort of stuff?
I think so, yeah.
But they're really investing it back into the golfing community.
Yeah, we're supporting grassroots golf.
You're supporting the
Which is
hundreds-
us.
Yeah,
Grassroots golf.
supporting yourself.
Yeah. It's like, can you not just give me the balls for free because that's supporting me? Yeah. Well, we're the definition of grassroots, aren't we? Surely. We've got young kids who are getting into the game that we're trying to inspire through this. No? Are we not? No, we're not grassroots. You can't claim that at all.
No, we can't at all.
Any way, shape, or form. We ought to talk about the signature hole and the signature hole challenge.
Yes,
Yes,
which
Which has to be
Please.
corrected for the record, by the way. So I thought I was 4 down after 4 courses, and I'm not at all. We halved the first in 8. We shot 8 each on the signature hole.
Did we?
We did.
8 on the 13th.
Yeah.
Wow.
We both shot an 8. So we halved the first one, and then you went on a run of 3 in a row, and then I halved the last one. So you're 3 up after 5 courses. Which
We have discussed this
feels
before
manageable.
coming on there though, haven't we, Nish?
It
That I
feels
am
manageable.
Still 4 up, right?
is that why you bet on that horse at the Grand National yesterday? 3 up.
It was 3 up.
3 up, 3 5.
It was called something like that, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
was it?
yeah,
Was
yeah.
3 under 3 5
No
or 3
way.
up 3 5 or
Something
something
like
like
that,
that. And I was like,
It was a golf
wicked.
analogy anyway, which I got, and he said, "Oh, this is what I've gone for," and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
"Oh, right." And obviously
Well,
Well, I mean, our signature
It's 'cause
hole
it's-
challenge is on YT on YouTube now. So the last one, we didn't put the video together from Royal St David's because it was absolutely fucking appalling.
Yeah,
Couldn't-
it was-
Couldn't have done that.
No.
Like we were all just terrible on that.
well, maybe people might like to watch that just because it's
I don't even.
it's
know
Luther's
if
outtake.
it's good for the soul to watch
Does
someone else
the
be shit at
fatigue
golf.
even exist anymore? I mean, I don't know.
maybe people will start taking pity on you and giving you that charity, being proving that you're grassroots.
We're grassroots.
yeah.
I'm so grassroots, man. Yeah. So it's 3 up. It's been corrected for the record now.
4
It's
up though,
done.
isn't it?
No,
Though, yeah.
It's 3 up through.
It's definitely
through
4
5
up.
courses.
We talked about this, Nish.
No,
T's and C's of the
There's
podcast.
Nobody reads T's and C's. It's done. It's 3. It's on there now. Can't be deleted, even though I can delete it. I changed it. It's 3 up through
More
5.
importantly, I can't delete it.
However,
Yeah, I think
yeah, you
that's it.
can't. You have no access to anything. However, that's still pretty terrible, to be honest. And it's a par 3 coming up, which is your speciality.
Yeah, another par 3. Think from the yellow tee, it's 142 yards, 170 from the championship
I think
tee.
that gives me a chance because that's
Team.
like, I mean, it feels like it's a flat course, doesn't it? Ish. I don't think there's
Not with a
much
slope rating of
undulation.
149.
I don't think it's very hilly.
I think you'll get generally
A
on
bit
hills, like, you'll get
undulation,
kind of a bit
but-
of undulation. Yeah, it's kind of
It's like
that
a
linksy
championship
kind of,
course type thing, isn't it?
It's
Where
that kind
you
of
got
linksy
some,
undulation
yeah.
where you kind of have little.
But I don't think we're going to get like it's not elevated, it's not loads down.
Probably not.
So,
You get little bits here and there, but yeah,
you know,
probably not.
on a
It's
hot
elevation.
day,
Tell you what is elevated:
your blood pressure.
the green on the 12th
Is it? It's a elevated green, is
Well,
it?
it's more elevated the fact that you've got all these bunkers around it, and then the one to the left-hand
Of
side
course. There's 141 bunkers around that green.
Can I have a look
is,
at it? I've not actually had a look
is
at it
actually
myself.
12 foot.
It's 12 foot up. All right. So I was thinking a 9 iron, but this might be an 8 then. Yeah.
Just hit it straight. Don't go in that
Ah,
bunker.
do you know what?
I wonder if it's got steps to go down.
With all this like salty, you've got to kick off the back of the bunker talk. I'd love to get back to 2 down. Sorry, on a par 3. Get that back. Oh, that's I'm raging for that hole now. I'm
I
going
might just
for
helicopter
it.
myself in just to watch that hole.
Just go watch
I'm
that
gonna
hole.
I'm gonna let you win the 11th, so you get the honor, and I'm gonna try and psych you out.
Do we not say we were going to do the honour from the last hole?
We halved it then, and you won it previously, so
So
you're
still me,
still got the
still me
honor.
to go.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
happy with that.
yeah.
Assert some pressure.
Don't know. I'm Teflon Don, mate. Pressure just falls off me.
Teflon Don, is that your
Yeah,
name?
That's it.
Teflon Don.
Pressure just
Didn't know
doesn't
that.
stick. I don't feel that pressure. It's internal pressure really more than anything else. Yeah. Okay, right. So it's a hundred. What did you say? 142.
142 yards, I think,
Ish.
from the,
Par
from,
three.
from the yellow.
12th again.
12th hole again. Yeah, it's the last par 3 of the course, I think.
Oh.
So there might be a few others in the first 9.
Yeah. So we are probably expecting par 3 heavy in the front 9 then.
Possibly.
Interesting. I'm interested now. I lost a lot of my last round at Reddish. I was absolutely shocking, like full on shocking. That come down from Abu Dhabi, and I lost a lot of very expensive Titleist Pro V1s.
Oh no, you don't use those in Reddish. Come on.
Oh no, I thought I'm playing well here. Like, I'll go around and say no. Or went. I'm back on Titleist Pro V1 late balls now.
You lost a whole. Did you lose a whole box of Pro
They've all
V1s
gone.
in one day?
They've all gone.
Nice.
Well, I'd lost. I think I probably lost a couple at Abu Dhabi anyway.
Right. Okay. But you,
And Royal St David's.
you
But
smashed like
I-
10 in a round.
it was honestly, it was awful.
Wow. That
Like,
bad.
drive wasn't going well. Irons, nothing. And it was one of those things where I was like, I think I was trying to improve it and figure out what was going on. It just wasn't
Just
happening
can't
at
get
all.
it. Yeah.
It was one of those ones where I was going, like, this is the
harder you try, the worse it
cheapskate in me. I
gets.
should have walked off the course and just said, this is terrible. But I was like, I paid for my round, and I'm gonna get my value out of this. And I was with somebody else, so they couldn't really leave. They were like, you carry on, mate.
I'm done here.
Can't play. It was terrible. It was 105. It was. And I've not
Well,
shot
yeah.
that for a long,
Wow.
long time.
Respectable score.
Very creditable, Jim.
Yeah, I mean that's a real turnaround from
22
from Abu
shots,
Dhabi, isn't it?
swing. On a course that I know
Yeah.
very well.
Wow.
On the other hand, there was a couple of things that happened that took me by surprise a little bit. So on the 17th at Reddish,
Yep.
which is the one that's just before you cross over the bridge to get to the 18th, but you're driving over that corner where the river just comes over.
Yeah.
I hit my drive and it landed level. It landed level with the bridge, and then skipped on. So I was
from the proper tees.
from the proper yellow
Oh,
tee,
okay, yeah.
and I was basically chipping from next to the tee that goes up the seventh hole. I was like, that is a mammoth drive, and I didn't really feel like I hit it particularly hard.
Might be one of your other balls.
I was going to say, wasn't that
Yeah,
wasn't that
that's
bunker
probably what
again,
it
was
was.
it?
Yeah.
And your little mate out on the course again.
Oh, I thought I'd lost this one. It's great. It's
Yeah,
over.
you're the one who was in this stream or like
Was it?
100 yards back.
It went.
This is why Nish insists we have a caddy at every course we go
Yeah.
to.
So then I was just watching it, I was just going, that's gone a pretty long way. I think that's going to do all right. And then when it landed, I was like, oh, all right, it's a long old way. I don't feel I've done anything particular to sort of do that, but yeah, maybe just starting to
Speak
hit
through
it
the
out the
ball.
middle of the middle of the driver. So it'd be nice to keep that going on Friday. But yeah, is there anything else we want to talk about with this course?
I think you're going to have an awesome time. It looks stunning. It really does from looking at the flyovers.
Yeah, it does.
The design looks pretty. I mean, it's going to be challenging as everyone expects, but
It looks interesting, doesn't it?
yeah,
It looks like you've got to
fascinating.
think about fascinating. It looks like you've got to think about where you're going to try and place that goal to try and get through this course.
Just do what I do and just step up
step
and
up and
smack
hit
it
it,
and
yeah.
see what happens.
I love it, Jim. That's still,
I'm starting to think about things a little bit more.
don't do that.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I like it's kind of it's because it's just so different to me, I'm like stood up there and there's like 200 things going through my brain, and you can almost see me running through each one as I'm stood over the ball. You're just like,
Trying to hit it
yeah,
straight.
bang, done. And he's just like, oh, I'm just trying to film that, but he's already hit the ball. Right, okay.
I have to do it quickly because I can sense you getting your phone out, and then I
I
start
wish.
shouting. And I turn around and I'm like, you filmed that, didn't you, you bastard?
I know
That's what put me off.
film you, it doesn't go right. Yeah, funny that. I think it's
I
great.
don't think I
It's
would
great
change
that you
it.
just get down and just hit it. And that's the best way to do it.
I've changed it quite a bit now, haven't I? In the last couple of rounds, I think I've been thinking about things a lot more.
Yeah.
How do you think that's going for you?
Mixed.
Yeah.
Early days. It's only my third. I've only had two or three rounds with the new
Three rounds
bats.
with the new bats.
Need to get on the
yeah.
range, Jim. Me
do,
and you
I
need to
do.
get. We need to get to the range.
Yes.
Need to do some work.
I think you
That's
probably
what
do actually.
I think there's a few little
bed it in.
little tweaks you could make, which make a big difference to a golf swing. You know, I hate giving golf advice on a golf course. It's something I just don't do.
It's
It
hard, isn't it? That.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably a good wider point to chat about. Because it's difficult because number one, there's always that thing where you just go. You probably just seen how I play the last hole, right? I'm not in a position to give you any real advice because you've seen what I've done.
Exactly.
And then secondly, you're like, how is this going to be? We're all friends, so it's fine. And no one's going to go like, oh my god, I can't believe he's done that. But actually, what are they actually going to think about the advice that?
But I just don't think it's the place for it. If you're
the course probably isn't,
like
is it?
changing your swing in the middle of a round
Yeah.
is like just
Why?
it's never gonna fucking work,
Yeah,
right? It's never gonna work. You gotta go and do the work on the range or wherever in the practice ground, wherever you're doing it. You gotta go and do it there. You shouldn't be thinking about swing thoughts and changing your swing on the golf course.
But when I've been telling you that, I'm looking at my stance and
Yeah.
I'm looking to keep it wider, and you're like, you said to me, yeah, you're narrowing it again. And so
Yeah.
that is something I'm thinking is probably when I get a tie at the
Yeah.
10th hole or something.
Yeah. And you just when you get a few bad shots as well, you go, oh fuck it, I'm just going back to my old way because I feel comfortable with that as well.
Or I'm not thinking about it, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Enough, which I should do.
But out of the 2 rounds that we did do, was there a day that was, in your mind, was better for you?
Well, Abu Dhabi, because the score was a lot better, and the front 9 or 10 holes.
I was just going to say take the score out of it.
The score out of it.
How you hitting it, how you felt about it, because that sometimes the score is misleading, isn't it? You can shoot a good round and actually play shit still. Shitter, but
I think the driving
Usually the other
probably
way around.
needed.
Score badly and play well.
yeah.
My driving was erratic, obviously, but it towards the end, in the back end of Royal St David's, I started to hit some quite nice strikes. Driving it a lot better. I think I think it's a bit more erratic. I think Abu Dhabi particularly in the first couple of holes. The first hole was fine. The next couple a bit dodgy, but I think my recovery shots, second and third shots, were actually
I think when you hit a good you hit more better shots at Abu Dhabi, but I think you were a bit more erratic. I don't know. Is that right?
Can we stop saying erratic?
Are we turning you on, Nick?
We've said it a lot. This last couple of minutes. It's just erratic. Yeah, I'm interested to know. It dawned on me after we finished doing the Abu Dhabi review that the significance of you having played your first 2 links courses back to back, like we probably glossed over that a little bit, because there will be people listening, I know this, who haven't ever played a links course before, and like me, probably are like, the sound impossible to play, don't want to do it, don't want to put myself in that position where I'm getting frustrated with my game, I'm getting psychologically battered by it, and I just can't hold up, can't find the ball, I'm going to lose like 200 golf balls or that kind of thing. Like, that's everyday golf, isn't it? That's the everyday golfer. That's what they think, and I'm interested to tap into how you felt, not necessarily the score, but just how you felt about golf. There's not a lot going on in there, is there?
No.
You didn't think anything. What are you talking about? I think he's erratic. That's it.
I knew it was going to be a challenge. I didn't know how much of a challenge it was going to be, given my experiences on the golf course previously. But I think the whole excitement and build-up, doing the podcast, everything as well. I was nervous excited, I think is probably the phrase. But when we started playing, I was much more excited than nervous.
Right. Okay.
I felt a bit more pressure, I think, at Royal St David's because it's all very well playing rounds with you guys, you're my mates. But when we're being slowed up a little bit and the next groups are coming
Yeah, and
back,
you
I'm
kinda- you'll
starting to
get to
feel
the-
a bit more of the pressure there,
they
and
can
that's a big
watch
difference
you,
to me.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that was
I
the
think that's
fourth, I think the fourth, and I had
that par
the
three.
par three, and I had a nightmare, and there was
They were
a
stood
group
there,
of
weren't they, on
four
the
just stood on the
side,
side there. I was
yeah.
going,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to hit them. You know? And so that's
I
additional
mean, that's
pressure
a
that you
good
probably
way
don't
to
need.
get rid of the group behind you, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, injure them. But I did, yeah, no, I didn't approach it any differently to any of the. I'm always nervous when I'm playing golf because it's more about, it's not about how I play. It's about if I'm going to kill someone, by smashing them in the face, or
And
I'm
then
going
there's
to let go
golf.
of the club and it's
Did,
it's
I
going to
mean,
hit somebody's window, that type of thing.
so did you find it hard in
Yes,
both of those rounds?
yeah.
Okay. And did
It
you
was mentally
find
tough, I think, for me because I'm not
did you
used to
find
playing
at
that.
any point that you were like, do you know what? I'm not enjoying this now.
No,
No, I still enjoyed it.
yeah, I did.
That's
I was
good to know,
I was
isn't
I
it?
was glad because the wheels came off at the end towards the end in Abu Dhabi. I was glad to finish. I think it might have been different if we stayed another night. Well, I had to drive back and then
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
work
Your,
the
your
next
mind's
day
kind
and
of
things like
shifted
that. You're
to
starting to.
I need to
You're
drive
right.
home rather
I've got
than
3.5
playing
hours
golf.
just to drive. I'm going to get
Yeah.
back about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I've got shit to do to get ready for the week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you find? I remember at one point I sort of looked over at you and I thought, and we've discussed it in the review, didn't we? That
Yeah.
we felt like we'd lost you for a minute. Like he could walk off this course now happily and just go, "I'll meet you in the bar," sort of thing. If we'd have said, "Jim,
Yeah, it's just after
it's
that,
all right
after
to
that
meet you in
first
the
tee
bar," it's
shot,
like-
he just had
Yeah,
that
that
look in
was-
his eye.
just go straight across to the bar.
Yeah, it's-
Go
yeah,
and talk to
but-
Denny and test him on Newcastle United like results. So because I was aware of that, tried to, and I fully admit I probably didn't go maybe as far as I could have done, but I tried to put your score into perspective a little bit because I was like, you're scoring well, considering, this is a tough course, whatever. You just got a 6 on that, and that was a par 5, and that's a good score, all that kind of stuff. Did you find that it's so difficult that you couldn't see through that, or could you work your way through? I mean, you got through, you finished it, but I'm trying to think. Was there anything that you could have done that might have helped you maybe enjoy it more? I don't know, or did you get the most enjoyment out of it that you probably could have done?
I think a little bit more consistency in practice. I think it's getting used to playing 18 holes, isn't it? If you're not used to it, then it's you're concentrating for 4 hours, 4.5 hours. I don't think I really let the shots get to me that much. I get frustrated, of course, if you do, if you duff it. You're thinking I'm better than that. Come on, I shouldn't be playing shots like that. I should be able to hit it, a good few hundred yards, and then it's scuttling along the floor.
I mean, there's also another thing in that. So, we shot in the 80s, and you got 106. That's 25% more shots than we played. Like that's significant. It's
In terms of the
decent.
physical aspect
The
of
physical
it,
aspects of it,
Yeah.
and a lot of that was probably from the rough and things like that, where you just like, I feel like I've got to put more energy into it, and that's taking it out of you a bit more.
Well, there is that, yeah. I'm trying to shoot low, so can save that energy.
Yeah, well,
Can a Red Bull or Monster or something. I don't touch them.
2 bananas, mate. That's a secret.
Mm.
But yeah, I just find it interesting because again, I think it was what I think Silith was like the 3rd time I'd ever played a links course. I feel like even now we've only played.
What were the first 2 times, Nish?
I can't say the place's name. It starts with
Royal and
rhymes with
rhymes-
Earnsdale. Yeah. Oh God, it's gonna keep coming back in haunting me. Yeah. I feel like that fear factor of a links course has disappeared really quickly because we've only played 5 courses, of which SNA
Yeah.
probably we would say that was a really that was a bit of a mixture course. For me,
It's a
wasn't
bit
it?
of a mixture. It doesn't
Silith,
feel. Yeah.
Abu Dhabi, Royal St David's, SNA.
Yeah.
Moortown wasn't much. Was inland, Heathlands or something.
Yeah.
I mean, even in that, I feel like that intimidation factor has disappeared. I'm not like looking at it going,
Yeah,
"Ooh."
and
Be very
I know what
Weather-
you
weather
mean.
has
I know what
helped.
you
Weather
mean,
has helped,
but
yeah,
I
of
think
course.
two things.
Yeah.
We've not played anywhere where the rough's been up.
That's true.
Mm.
Yeah. Which we will do later on this year.
Yeah, so like Scotland,
next
you're
few
gonna get
months.
some proper rough there.
Yeah.
And we've not really played anywhere with wind.
We won't in the full 10 years, Chris. I'm telling
True.
you.
I mean, Friday is like 20 degrees and it's
Mate.
April. Like, what's going on?
If anybody wants to play, just book golf around about when
Yeah,
we're playing.
just come.
It's
Yeah.
That's just it. We're just like, it's all them chemtrails are spreading around, like just in the weather. No, but it's. I mean, long may that continue. God, touch wood, all
Absolutely.
that kind of thing. You know, all that can continue. I get it. I get that, but I think also if you, it feels to me like it's one of those things where, you know, you can play your way into something, can't you, a little bit? And if you play your way into courses in good weather, in good conditions, rough's not up.
Yeah.
I feel like I've lost that fear factor of.
I mean, think about links golf.
Intimidation factor.
As long as you're accurate, you're fine.
That's it. So I'm, you know, picked up a few lessons from having played
Yeah,
them
played a
and like
few,
what
yeah.
you should do.
Yeah.
I feel like when we do inevitably hit, because we are in the UK, we're going to hit some shitty weather at some point, that I feel better mentally prepared for that. But if you don't have experience of that first time playing, we got so lucky again with the 2 days. But even with the 2 days, like RSD day, the weather was blinding,
Yeah.
and we came off that course, and weirdly, I was more tired after that day than having played the second lot of 18 after Abu Dhabi. I don't know whether it's because we were dehydrated,
I think
whatever
we were
it
just
was.
sitting waiting around in the sun a lot, weren't we? So you just kind of get that general kind of tiredness.
But like that kind of nice weather just eased you into it, you know. I don't know. Has it? If now we said we're going to go and play a tough links course, Jim, do you want to come and play with us? Take away all the other stuff around it. In terms of a course, is that something that fills you with dread, nervousness? Actually,
I'll be excited to play another one. I really would, because I thoroughly enjoyed both days. And golf is a great sport. You know, it really is, and I'm starting to enjoy it as I play more. You know, more and more and more. So it wouldn't fill me with dread. I think you probably, you know, as you become a better golfer, then you start to adapt your game a little bit more as well, don't you? And when you can play a little bit better rather than just hit and hope, I suppose, which is what a lot of golfers do, including myself. So
close your eyes, sit it.
it's not quite like that. But you know, getting used to the clubs as well,
Yeah.
that makes a big difference. But I'm thinking getting there slowly. I mean, I don't practice, so I need to. But yeah, no, I'd certainly.
It doesn't put you off.
It doesn't put me off at all. No.
But I think that's an important point, isn't it? Again, somebody's like going, right, you know, it isn't going to put you off your game of golf. You might shoot high, you might not. You might hit a good day, all that kind of thing. All those things. That's just generally like if I book around at Reddish Vale, it's the same thing. You're like, if the weather's awful that day, your mood changes accordingly, and it's impacted. But that's interesting that you're not totally put off, and it's like, actually no,
not put off at all. Not totally.
Yeah, that's good. That should be encouraging for anybody who does want to. Well, I'm thinking from the point of view of somebody who is listening, who's like, I'm going to play 1 or 2 courses in my life that are like these top 100 courses. We've waxed lyrical about Abu Dhabi and how good that course is to go and play, and it's worth the effort.
Definitely.
But if you do catch it on a bad day, you could do howling wind and whatever, and you've pre-booked your round and you're going to go and do it. Can't really get out of it, can you? You got to
do it.
But
yeah. That's part of the game, isn't it? You know, it's part of life. You know, I hike quite a lot. You can't choose the weather in the mountains. It could be blowing 50 miles an hour.
Errori.
Yes.
Yeah.
There as well. It could be pissing it down. You just dress appropriately for the conditions, and then you just get on with it. Simple as that. It makes it more difficult, but does it reduce the enjoyment? A little bit, perhaps, but you're there for a particular reason.
So I've been building up to this. Do you fancy playing instead of me on at the Hotchkin course? Because it sounds really hard. Bunkers are not my forte at all.
Well, the answer is no, because it's a challenge and you've committed to it already. So,
can I not live vicariously through you?
I don't think that would stand up in the terms and conditions.
You can wear I'll get you a mask. You can wear a mask. I'll lend you my Air Jordan 4 golf shoes.
Yeah, I've still got the blister from
Yeah,
my nerves. Can't go running.
Love it. Okay, well, look, I am still excited about this course actually because it came about very quickly and it was
Yeah.
like it's available, we can do it.
yeah.
But actually, then you start reading about it, and yeah, I mean,
I think it's gonna be one of those again that we don't really have any expectations for it. We're going in there thinking, oh, it's gonna be hard. I think we'll probably come away going, that was actually
loved it.
pretty
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah.
it's a bit like that with Moretown. Remember with Moretown? I remember
Yeah,
that
exactly.
feeling.
Really low expectations.
Yeah, we're kind of like, I just know a little bit about the history, but don't know much about the course. And then came
Yeah.
up and went, I mean, what were your famous words? I think I like this place better than Sillith.
Sillith, yeah. I mean, that only
She
lasted
took that
2
back really
hours, but
quickly,
yeah.
Mr. Cumbrian took it back. It's like, please don't take my citizenship away from me, please. Sillith, you're still number one. I'm fascinated to know what course topples Sillith for you.
Well, it's already predetermined, Nish, that there isn't going to be
There
one.
isn't.
It is number one. We can just scratch
All
off the other 95.
All of these messages
Yeah.
now, the context, it all makes sense now. I'm getting it. It's like, for me, Scylla's still number one. Oh, right, yeah. Is that right? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to it's gonna be one of the things where you go on the website and it's gonna be pick your side, Nish or Chris, and then
Yeah.
you get your ratings accordingly, like which
Yeah,
one.
I should have said before we start this challenge. This challenge was all just born out of me. I've just joined the Cumbrian Golf Board. That's
Wanting
what it
to
is.
promote
So I'm just
Scylla.
promoting Sillith. Essentially, all
Fair enough.
this whole challenge is about.
You know, I'm glad we got to it.
I know,
34
yeah.
episodes in, we
Yeah,
just finally
I've just
got to the
saved you
truth.
9.5 years. So
Just got to the truth.
yeah,
I'm glad you confessed to that, Chris,
no problem.
because I was beginning to wonder. So right, we're going after what course number 2 is then. That's our,
basically.
that's our objective. All right, I feel like we should make like a vase or something that we present. Might as well just go and give it to Sillith now.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, you are our number 1 golf course. How many you played? 5.
Yeah.
We just know what's going to happen. So, yeah. I will add now. I think we've finished our review, haven't we? I think our preview. I should say we're ready for the challenge ahead. But we have put things that we've mentioned in this episode, like the signature hole challenge. That's up on the website, which is top 110.
Have we actually done the signature hole? So we just the challenge is
Well,
bunkers,
well-
or are we doing it? What's the signature hole?
No, that's the
The
side
signature hole is
bet-
just the low. Yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
the
Side bet
is
is
the
bunkers.
bunkers.
Signature hole is the
is
12.
is
Just
who
the
wins
usual.
the hole.
Who wins
Yeah,
the hole?
just to I'll just rock up.
like the
halfway.
highest number of bunkers that you get into is means that you lose. Just to clarify.
Oh, I'm glad he did that. I was
And
gonna
what
put
about what happens if
Because I know what you're like.
No, yeah,
Mr.
just
T and C?
here comes Pedant's corner. So.
I need
So-
a new episode, another
I
episode.
need a jingle for that. I need a jingle for that. Da da da. Pedant's corner.
So you go in a bunker, right, off the tee. You try and get out the bunker. Comes back in the bunker. Is that 2 bunkers? Or is that 1 bunker?
One bunker.
So if you take 10 shots to get out of a
Yeah,
bunker, that's
yeah,
still 1 bunker.
Yeah, it's just finding the bunker in the
Oh.
originally.
This
Right.
changes everything
okay.
in my favour. I think that, to be fair, because I'm not going to get out of it, so that's fine. That's good for me. Right. So it's
It's just finding the bunker in the first
if
instance.
you find a bunker,
Okay.
Yeah.
that's a notch on your score.
Yeah.
And then whoever's got the highest.
Even if
loses.
it comes out, hits the turf, and then comes back in the bunker, still 1 bunker.
Fucking hell, right?
It's
We're
one
really
bunker,
getting technical now.
You know.
Okay.
What if right?
What do you do
okay.
for a living?
I've got another thing. What if like you play your tee shot, it lands in the fairway, a magpie picks it up and drops it in the bunker? Does that count?
Good point.
Yes.
We should have provision for that.
Because
Nish.
there is. What course is it? Is it Hurlston Hall?
It's called an albatross.
Well, I think there is. It's not a bird of prey as such, but a big bird.
Albert the owl.
who steals the golf balls and puts them in the and moves them from
Puts them in the
from
pro shop.
fairway. Yeah, possibly. Was Paul who's telling us that?
Well, there's a famous. Oh, who was it now? The seagull picks the ball up, doesn't it? Is it Sawgrass or something like that? Picks the ball up and drops it in the water.
Oh, I don't know. What is the So the rule is just that's it. You lost your ball. That's
Play where
the
it lies.
nature.
No, I think you get to replace it if
What,
it gets moved by it. If it gets moved by something else, you can.
I mean, I don't know. It depends how much time you spend on Instagram. I'm on there all the time, but I don't know if you saw recently they had a tournament on. I think it was in Hawaii actually, and there was an absolute unit of an alligator in in the
Oh,
you
yeah,
see
yeah,
it,
yeah.
like
I've seen those.
it
Yeah, I've
looked
seen
like
that
a
years ago, yeah.
dinosaur, that
Yeah.
thing. I was like,
They are.
imagine you're
They're older than
playing your
dinosaurs.
shot and you're just on the edge of that rough and you just hear a rustling behind you. I mean,
But
no, thank you.
Oh, no,
So
I
I
did see that one.
played.
I saw the one where there's one of the golfers who's walking down and the alligator's just on the side of the lagoon, and then one of them just jumps and screams and runs away, and the other one just taps it in a fucking.
But I've done this. So I
into the lake.
played golf in Florida. So we were living. So we went for a couple of weeks. Went to Disney, and we had a house on the golf course basically. And we'd been there for about a week. And everyone said, "Oh yeah, all these ponds full of alligators." Not seen a single alligator all week. So me and my dad, like halfway through the holiday, go out and play around a golf. Play around a golf. Dad hits the ball down near one of the ponds. Goes and plays his shot from what he thinks is next to a log. No kidding. Hits the ball. As he starts walking off, this alligator goes and runs into the water. I'm like,
It was right next to him, was
it
it?
was literally like from me to Jim away, so like a meter
Bloody
away
hell.
from him. And he hits his ball, and the thing just scuttles off into the water. Like, fuck.
I mean,
And then from then on in, we just saw like alligators. They're everywhere.
yeah, you spotted them everywhere because because he hadn't seen one. He was like, well, whatever. But
Yeah.
then now,
But like, because we were.
it's like red
so
cars or a car you're about to buy, so you see them everywhere, don't you?
Exactly, but so no one in the house had seen it all week, an alligator, and then we went back and we were like, "We just seen an alligator," and they're like, "Yeah,
We
yeah."
saw loads of
There's-
logs around.
There's one at the end. There's one at the end of the pool there.
So many logs on this course.
yeah.
Oh my god, it's just so
What's
untidy.
the weather like? The trees falling over all the time.
How windy does it get in Florida?
I swear that
Hurricanes.
I'm pretty sure that log just winked at me. Pretty sure it winked at me. That is the. I mean, imagine that as a thing that you need to worry
I mean, it's an
about,
extra
you know.
hazard. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You don't need that, do you?
Just, I know some people. I won't name any names, but I know some people who are tight as you like when a ball goes into the rough. They will take their full 3 minutes looking for the golf ball.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I would love them to try that when you know there's alligators in the rough. It's like, you go
Just
look for your ball, mate.
dive it into the pond.
You made me wait plenty of times looking for yours. You go look for it now. You have to look for it. Not letting you off. Won't name any names, but yeah, just yeah. I saw this thing and it was like, that's a dinosaur, that thing. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, okay. I think we're all.
Yeah. Well, I hope you
Oh.
have an exceptional round anyway. It'll be a great day out, and look forward to hearing all about it.
Yeah.
Do we need to give you traffic watch as we're going? Oh, Jim. Right.
Share your E ETA.
Yeah. Oh, they're delayed. Oh.
What time are we
Yeah.
teeing off?
12. Yeah. Lovely middle of the day time. Just it's kind of spitting it.
Take your
neither here nor
sunscreen.
there, but oh yeah, I think we're gonna need that.
Take a tangerine.
Take your sunscreen
Sunscreen, yeah. More,
Take a
more,
tangerine
more
as well.
important than a tangerine.
and a few bananas.
Take your tangerine. That's new catchphrase. Take your tangerine. I mean,
What was the Big Brother? No, not Big Brother. Big Breakfast. Don't forget your toothbrush.
don't forget
Jeez.
to
Don't forget your tangerine.
Oh God, yeah, I love that. Yes, okay. So I think we're done with that now, aren't we? We're all good.
Good to
Looking
go.
forward to it. Should be a good day. Well,
Yeah.
no, it's not gonna be a good. It's gonna be a bloody great day. It's a Friday, hot, playing golf
At the home of English
at
golf.
the home of English golf. Yeah, it's like making a pilgrimage.
Sure. Why
Like, it's like the Wembley of golf.
Is that not
Well,
St.
it
Is that
doesn't-
not St Andrews?
Kind of doesn't have a ring to it, does it?
Nah,
Like we're going to
so
go
it's
for the
more like-
National Golf Centre.
It's more like the Cardiff Stadium, isn't it? When Wembley's out of commission.
yeah,
It's kind of that to St Andrews.
It's like an FA Cup semi-final at Villa Park. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, the home of English golf. Is there anybody like famous hail from Woodhall Spa as a player? I suppose they're not really a members type club, is
Dunno.
it? You know, like a Lee Westwood or something like that. But no,
No, he's
I'm
from.
clutching at straws now, aren't I? Really?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Right, we'll have a good round. Of course, we will report back on our round and let you all know how that went. I'll let you know, Jim. And fingers crossed for a signature hole, par 3. I'd love to do that on a par 3. It'd be great. That. I think I'm getting a bit competitive with this signature hole now. Now it's gone down on YouTube.
So competitive that you just started cheating.
Wow, that's a killie, isn't it? Ooh, this was going.
Handbags.
This is so cordial, wasn't it?
Is that why I'm in the middle now?
34 episode, yeah. Moved you into the middle. Love it. But yeah, please, if you could like, subscribe, share the episode. There's a budding golfer in there. They might take inspiration from what we're doing. Just a bunch of dickheads playing golf, uh, trying to blag their way around the country, playing some of the greatest courses in the history of golf. But yeah, it's great. It's nice. Actually, we ended up on the Japanese top 100. I think we were like, I took a picture because I was like, what has happened here?
You what? We ended up in the Japanese top 100.
For podcasts,
Oh right, okay.
we're on
Golf podcasts, not just.
It's golf podcasts. Yeah,
So
we are in the charts in Japan at 48. That's a new entry.
How many? Are there even 100 different podcasts in
There's
Japan?
probably 48, but it's fine. Counts as top 100. Yeah. I'm gonna sound a bit mushy about this, but it does gladden the heart when you see stuff like that. I mean, the South African one was crazy for me. I was like,
Where are you now, though, in South Africa?
I'm not gonna say. Let's not.
Is it like top of the pops? Are you going to the muff?
Let's not focus on South Africa now. Let's not.
Let's move on to Japan. Come on, Jim.
Let's move on to Japan.
Times have changed.
48. Come on, Japan. Do your thing. Get us higher up those rankings. Yeah, love it.
And as we were saying only yesterday when we were having beers outside,
Just here. It was just
it
here.
was. Where's your bucket list place?
Bucket list place.
We're talking about 3 bucket
Japan.
list places.
Yeah, Japan.
Golf bucket list.
No,
places.
No,
just
just
anyway.
holiday
Place.
bucket
Holiday.
list. Yeah, and we'd get a very warm welcome from the guys at Golf in Japan as well. They were very, very keen to welcome us over and say, come and play. It's a great place to play golf. So yeah, we're in. Next time on the Top 110 Golf Podcast, we'll be reviewing the US Masters at Augusta, which is always a special week.